Good morning, everyone. Today we will see that what is finite automata and what are the different types of finite automata. So, finite automata, it is a machine. It is composed of 5 tuples. Mathematically, it is defined in terms of 5 tuples: q, sigma, delta, q0, f, where where q is set of states set of states, sigma is set of input symbols, delta is a transition function, it is a transition function, or the or mapping function generally it maps q into sigma, it gives q. This is nothing but the current state, current input symbol, it maps to next state, Now how this is shown in the diagram? This can be shown in the diagram like this one: q0, 0, q1. So this is nothing but the current state. This will be the current input symbol, and this will be the next state. For the transition, that is nothing but the delta in bracket, current state is q0, current input symbol is 0, is equal to q1 is the next state, so this new one. So this is the mapping function, this is the definition, transition diagram and transition functions. And in table we can show like this one, here it is the q0, 0, and it is the q1. Current state, current input symbol, and it is the next state. Then q0 is the initial state. It is always belongs to capital Q, whatever Q is there. Then f is a set of final or accepting states. So this is the definition of finite automata. It is composed of 5 tuples: q, sigma, delta, q0, f. Q is a finite non-empty set of states. Sigma is a finite non-empty set of input symbols. Delta is a transition function. Q0 is the initial or starting state. It is belong to capital Q. And capital F, it is a set of final state. Capital F is always subset of capital Q. Okay, this is about the finite automata. Now let's see types of finite automata. Finite automata is of 2 types: FA without output, and another type is FA with output. Then FA without output is again divided into 2 types: deterministic finite automata another is non-deterministic, finite automata. Again, this non-deterministic finite automata, it is of again two types. NFA, this is shortly known as DFA, this is known as NFA. NFA with epsilon moves, and here NFA without epsilon moves. So these are again two types of NFA, NFA with epsilon moves, NFA without epsilon moves. Then in FA with output, FA with output, there are two type of FA with output, Murray machine and Mealy machine. Murray machine and Mealy machine. Now in every case there is a definition in tuple format. Okay, whatever the definition of finite automata is there, the same definition is applicable to the DFA. Okay, that is nothing but the here delta is Q into sigma, it gives capital Q. Then NFA with epsilon moves. In NFA with epsilon moves or NFA without epsilon moves. Okay, in NFA with epsilon moves, epsilon is the input symbol. Here epsilon will not be the input symbol, but the delta function will be delta Q into sigma, it gives 2 raised to power Q. Q into sigma, it gives 2 raised to power Q. That is nothing but the delta function. And for these two machine, delta function will be again same, that is Q into sigma, it gives Q. Okay, so this is delta Q into sigma 2 raised to power Q. 2 raised to power Q means power set of Q. That is nothing but the power set of Q. For example, if capital Q is equal to Q0, Q1, consider only two states. Then power set of Q is equal to power set of Q, it is a set of all the subsets of the Q. Now here it is a set of all the subset. First subset will be this one, that is empty set. Then another subset can be contains Q0, it can contain only Q1, okay, or it can contain both Q0, Q1. So the power set of Q, here it is nothing but the phi Q0, Q1, Q0, Q1. So set of all the subsets of Q. Another example, if capital Q is equal to Q0, Q1, Q2. Now consider three states. Now in this case 2 raised to power Q will be, first is phi empty set, no member is there. Then consider the single state in a set Q0 or Q1, Q2. Then consider the two members. First consider Q0, Q1, then Q1, Q2, then Q0, Q2, and these three. Then consider the 3-1, Q0, Q1, Q2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 8 subset you are getting. That is nothing but the, if Q contains 3 members, then the power set of Q will have the 8 members. 2 raised to power 3, that is 8. If the Q contains two states, two members, then the power set of Q will be 4. 2 raised to power 2 means 4. So this way the next state can be any subset. Next state can be any subset. That's why the delta function of NFA is Q into sigma. It gives 2 raised to power Q. Remember this one. Okay. So this is the delta function of the NFA. So these are the different variations of the NFA. Now see here one epsilon closure function. Before that one, we will see the basic difference between NFA and DFA. Difference between NFA and DFA. We'll note one by one. DFA, NFA. First basic difference is in this DFA allows at most one transition from one state over one input symbol. DFA allows at most one transition from one state over one input symbol. Okay. Similarly, in NFA allows more than one transition